Great, thanks, Doug. So last presentation of the day, but we thought since we're talking so much about 21st century skills and how they translate into our business, we should also be looking internally at how we're handling our systems, how we're handling our processes, and how we're handling our employees. That's really important, and in some ways, that can affect the bottom line on many levels, and maybe if you're not able to increase sales due to many things that are going on, out of your control, there are things you can control internally that would allow for you to make some changes that automate processes or retain employees so that training dollars aren't spent. So we did have a third panel member as well from 37 Signals who is going to be talking about a third piece of this. But we're going to address that as well since we both know a little bit about some systems. So we're breaking this into 3 parts, and Jim is going to present first. Then we'll talk about content management systems, and then last, we're going to show the video of my office, but I'm going to speak a little bit about company culture and how to utilize your resources, your staff, your employees to help your bottom line as well. Okay. So Jim.
I'm Jim Byrne. I'm the Technical Operations Director for the curriculum group, the K-12 portion of Pearson Education. Rick Ferry, who is the Senior Vice President in charge of content management and production for the curriculum group, was going to give the speech, and Rick is a very entertaining guy, if you know him, but smaller in stature, so I think this is better. I represent the big and Kim's small. I think that's easy. Visually, you can kind of get that part of it. At any rate, we're going to talk a little bit about virtual workflows and, Doug, you want to get done? Promise versus reality. Yeah, everybody wants stuff cheaper and faster at the same quality, so that pressure is on the publishers to deliver something, and how realistic is it? I don't know. Everything needs to be done very fast and delivered simultaneously. So as we saw with the Chicago Public School people, they needed content delivered in a different way. We tried to sell them the traditional textbooks. We have the online student editions, online teachers editions. We have our own student management systems, but they wanted our content in their systems. And that's coming to bear more and more these days, where we are asked to put things into learning management systems or specialized systems. So we've got to find a way to do that effectively. Of course, there is a lot of stakeholders involved in a large company, and there has to be more governance overseeing, the purchase of systems, the implementation of policies. More and more, in a company Pearson education size, that level of stakeholders is sometimes very daunting. Some technology is ready. Well, certainly there's a lot of individuals collaborating together, but are there tools that allow a lot of individuals to collaborate effectively? There are, and some of that has to be done. Some of that has to be specialized and customized yourself. There's processes that will and won't work. You'll find out as you go along the way. But the promise of virtual workflows with the ability to garner resources from outside really, depends on a lot upon the landscape. Bringing individuals or vendors into workflows is sometimes very tricky because of that landscape. Security, bandwidth, capabilities of the vendors. There's a lot of factors involved. And some people on an individual basis, you might want to have editorial people working off-site as individuals. Kim, you probably have a lot of individual editorial people. We have a lot of freelance editorial people that we need to get involved in our workflows. And it's difficult because there's a lot of different capabilities there that they have. Things not to do. And basically, if you buy something, if you apply tools or your processes, you get a tool and then try to push your process into that, you're going to fail. You need to figure your processes out, you know, and then figure out the tools you